welcome to your, I guess, a special segment of beliefs. I really was torn, so I don't know. Maybe this will be titled Beliefs. Maybe it'll have a different title. But because beliefs is now a part of my show, Sit With Me. I'm sorry, I'm drinking tea. So therefore, beliefs doesn't have its own segment anymore because it's a part of Sit With Me. And it's actually a part of Sit With Me that you're not going to see every airing, So you might see it once every 4 weeks or something like that. But this was kind of urgent. There is some past lifetime stuff that a lot of you may be dealing with at this time. It may be coming up and you might not even realize it. Some of you may have been dealing with past lifetime of baggage for quite some time and not even realized it. So this reading today, this session, is all about a message that a guardian from one of your lifetimes, one of your past lifetimes, or a certain period, a message that they have that can help your spiritual growth now. Okay? So I want you to take a good look at the piles. You're going to select according to the top card, which I haven't revealed yet, so I don't even know what they're going to say, or the object that is on top of the pile if you feel drawn to it. And maybe some of you are very much number people, which I'm not. But if you're a number person and you're into numbers and you love numbers and everything numbers, then choose your pile by the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know when you see more piles than 3 that it's going to be an in-depth read. So you can either watch this in 2 segments or you can watch the whole thing in one go. Just call it, like a chill. I'm going to chill for a moment, sit back, get some advice in regards to my spiritual growth that I need to know as I head into October by way of a special guardian from one of my other lifetimes. Simple as that. I'll make it sound like, it's just the normal. It should be the norm, but it's not yet. There's still, most people still have various different beliefs about what happens to you after you pass on. And so we're going to leave it at that. I've actually done an episode of beliefs where I did discuss past lifetimes, I believe. So, you can always check that out. Anyway, this one was a special message with a bunch of questions that are going to answer things. The answers are going to be things you need to know right now moving into October that this guardian of yours, possibly a past lifetime friend or family member, really feels you need to know now. Okay? And they're even going to give you some tips, some hints towards the time period and the place. You may have more than one guide coming through at this time. They may come with an ascended master or archangel, something like that. So I'm going to check also to see if you have any, I don't know why I don't have these cards out, any other guides that are coming through with this one. Okay, so you have, as I said, 4 piles. Pile number 1 is represented by this angel wing. And the card Keepers of the Earth. Wow. Keepers of the Earth. Okay. Oh, I did use the cards already. I'm bugging out. Let me put this back. Okay. I thought I forgot to include the cards to discover if you had any other guide, coming through today. But I see them in the pile now, so. Because I set this pile up like a day or 2 ago. This reading's been waiting, so I'm sure it's going to be juicy. Pile number 2 is represented by this galaxy pendant. I don't even know if you'll be able to really see. And it has the galaxy inside it. And this card, Transformation. Okay. Pile number 3 is represented by this obsidian Buddha head. And warrior woman. These are some powerful cards that each pile has. Yeah. Okay, and pile number 4 is represented by this little animal. It's an elephant. And the card mirror. So if you feel drawn to the elephant or mirror, then your reading is there in pile 4. So let's take a deep breath in to release any tension or anything in the body that could cause a block or a challenge to you intuitively selecting the pile that you're being guided to. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth, and as you exhale, let go of any stresses, any worries, any tension. Just let it all feel like it's floating out of your body. Let's do one more deep breath in. Taking in new, fresh air, beginnings, energy, and exhale, and just surrender to the message that the divine is sending through this energy today. Be open to receive it. And I'll be back with pile number 1. Welcome, pile number 1. So you were drawn to the angel wings. So I do want you to know that this guardian from a past lifetime may have been like a guardian angel of yours. I do feel like a friend, a very, very close friend who may be like a guardian angel for you at this time. So someone who aids you in moments and times of need when you're alone. I also get that maybe in the past lifetime you did a lot of angelic work or maybe religious and spiritual based work. Oops, look at that, went right to my clear quartz. Alrighty. With Keeper of the Earth, this is also giving you tips towards your past lifetime. The ones that are relevant right now are what are going to come through. And it says, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So yes, and this person looks to be in prayer. So I do get the energy that you did a lot of spiritual work in your past lifetime. Maybe you did a lot of work that involved ancestral energy. Or you're doing a lot of work in this lifetime that involves a lot of ancestral energy. Whatever the case may be, this guardian feels very at home and welcomed with you. So it doesn't feel like you don't know they're there or that you don't acknowledge the afterlife and stuff, as some would call it. Okay, let's see what other guardians are coming through. You have Amin Bey. These are guardians to Google. And you have Jesus Christ, second ray master. I felt with the angel coming through, you were going to have a Christian connection. All right, so there are your guardians. All righty, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm asking is, how many, from your past are close by right now? So I'm really getting the energy that you have about, well, we know you got 2. I feel like with that angelic energy, it's an angel or of some kind. I don't even get a person. I feel like this was a guardian angel for you that's been with you throughout your lifetimes. You may have from 7 to, and I feel like I'm using these numbers as the clues, but about 7 guardians that walk closely with you. Could have up to 43 that you could access if you were totally tapped in. But The one closest by at this time, as far as your star ancestry is concerned, is one from Sirius, and they are from a past lifetime you may have spent there, where you were very involved in saving humanity. And it does feel like that is something that is a part of your calling now, which is why these energies are rising up to remind you. That's why these guardians are coming around now. All right, so what part or which past lifetime is relevant right now? All right. I'll go to the book so I can tell you exactly what time periods these are. But it does give me a lot of Native American energy or South American. And then there you are with the religion again. So, and this looks like Judaism. All right, so let's take a look and see what is relevant. Why are these past lifetimes relevant right now? So we got card number 7. And I went too far. All right, so this is a gypsy amulet. So this is showing that you may have had a past lifetime that connects you to the Rom people, Romanian. I think I'm saying that right, or Romania's. They're from Romania, or whatever. My daughter will kill me when she watches this because she talks about this this ethnicity, this ethnic group all the time. But yeah, they're called gypsies, but that is of course a derogatory term. But that is what is coming for you. Coming out for you as a specific past lifetime that's relevant right now is one where you were possibly a gypsy, a nomadic person. Does still connect you to America in some ways, but also Europe, like Hungary, and towards that sort of area, even some parts of the Middle East. So you may find yourself really drawn to the occult at this time, to psychic gifts, maybe even just getting reads and talking to advisors and stuff. Or you may find yourself feeling called to do this yourself at this time. Okay. It's going to cause you to feel very secretive about this aspect of yourself as well. But it does feel like it's dominant. It's coming up now because it's from a past lifetime where you need to tap back in to that gift. Then you have this Prairie Plains medicine wheel. Okay, I thought it was a shield. This represents the Prairie Plains American Indians. So it's like more nomadic energy. So you may find at this time you are antsy where you are. Maybe you want to move. You just don't like where you are. Maybe you've moved already. Maybe people see you as always traveling and moving from place to place. But that urge is going to be really pushing you at this time. And it's because it's stemming from a time when you were a part of cultures that didn't stay in one spot. Okay. Let me see, what else do they want me to share with you? It's like another group that's very strong with mystical learnings, but very connected to the earth. And you may find yourself drawn to earth ceremonies. Maybe lunar cycles will be significant to you, amulets, crystals, but a lot of mysticism will be attracting your attention at this time, and rightfully so. It feels like you have some work either to do within that field. You need to travel or move, or you need to find a mentor or a specific intuitive guide to work with at this time. All right. And we have Hebrew high priest coming through. So this represents a high priest of Israel in the culture of the Hebrews. Okay. Did I show y'all each card? I hope I did, and I didn't just lay them down. I hope I brought them up to the camera. I think I did. I'm all over the place, y'all. So this card is about Judaism, okay? And that you probably spent a lifetime in that belief as well. And being that you did that time, those gifts or whatever traits you picked up at that time are important now, okay? So, maybe like you're going to feel a desire to really bring back the roots of religion, because the early Hebrews called their God Yahweh. Even the name of the one most highest was thought to hold such an awe-inspiring power that it was never uttered. The vowels were left silent, and the name of God was always written as YHWH, in complete secrecy. Therefore, the exact pronunciation of Yahweh remains a mystery even to this day. So it does feel like you are going to find yourself very drawn to the secrets of mysticism, spirituality, religion, belief systems. You might find yourself drawn to travel a lot, possibly to Israel, to Egypt, just wanting to look at old documents. But you're going to be very energetic at this time in your life, and feel like you know exactly what it is you want to do, what direction you want to go in. You're very much going to feel like an individual. You're not easily intimidated. You're somebody who's going to clear the air. You're not going to hold a grudge. You're going to step right up to whatever the problem is. Your energy might be ruled by Mars at this time, and so you might feel a little fiery, which is meaning you should be a little careful this week going into the full moon. This week that I'm recording this reading, it's a full moon in Aries coming up on Friday. If you're watching this at a different time, make sure you are not watching this at a time where Aries energy is dominant, because you might find yourself feeling more fiery or hot-tempered or overzealous about things. And it's like you might find that you don't do well with authority, that you only respect the divine. You have a lot of talents. Really might be centered around your ability to express yourself intellectually. You could possibly be a philosopher, someone who writes, someone who researches, a novelist, a journalist, even a scientist, because you can unravel concepts that are abstract and complex faster than uncomplicated or simple ones. You're going to really not be into things that bore you. Your issue in this lifetime that you're going to be learning about is how to cooperate. So you might find at this time you're going to be moved to work with other people on things that you want to bring into fruition. Whew, what a lot, my pal ones. All right, so let's take a look at who you were in society at these times in your life. Now it says you do have two. I'm about to say they stuck together. Okay. We have seashores, so you definitely lived by the beach. Definitely lived on the coast. Okay. And that may be important at this time. Maybe there's a need for you to get to a beach. Maybe you either love the seashore or you despise it and you don't know why. It stems from a lifetime where you lived over there and whatever experiences you had there. And you have Celtic. All right. So you had a lifetime where you did a lot of you've had lifetimes in many different spiritual beliefs. We have gypsies here. You have Native American with their earth-based beliefs. This is more mysticism. This is Hebrew. Now you got Celtic. And I do feel you spent a lot of time traveling. So you might feel a travel bug big time. You might find yourself really, really interested in different religious beliefs and spiritualities at this time. With the seashore here, it gives me the feeling of someone who has a need to retreat or travel or go away. Maybe you like to do that often or you don't do it enough, but at this time in your life, you should find as much time as you can to do that. All right. So, what do you need to know about this lifetime right now? We have the Justice card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Sun. Wow. So what you need to know about this lifetime right now is that it was perhaps a lifetime where either you were a part of a justice system or a legal system, or you were just really treated unfairly. Could be based on your beliefs, especially coming from a gypsy background or Native American background or even Judaism background. You have experienced injustices when it comes to your religious beliefs. And I feel like what you need to know in this lifetime is that you're safe. The Three of Pentacles here, it's about recognition and working with others. And I do see you collaborating with other like minds and forming the same like little groups and communities you had in these lifetimes. And I do see it being your joy with the Sun and just your energy being fed. Like I feel like the divine is going to be like keeping you energized so that you can do these different things. And the different things I'm feeling is like collaborative efforts to either produce or present spiritual like events or workshops or maybe just be a participant. But your goal, even as a participant in this lifetime, is going to be about keeping the earth safe and saving the beings that live on it. Okay, my light worker, that's your higher calling. So what good deeds from this past lifetime, these past lifetimes, are you reaping the blessings from in the next few days? We have Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled. Well, wow. Paths unknown, Eight of Scrolls, reversed. And Five of Roses, the Garden, reversed. I feel like you could have had an opportunity in several of these lifetimes, probably in each one that they're showing you, to have your wishes fulfilled, to reap a huge harvest if you made a specific choice, and a choice that may have left other people in terrible situations. And I feel like you always chose the higher road. And because of that, these good deeds are bringing in blessings in this lifetime. And I do everything in threes with my group. So we're going to take a look at what these blessings are. But it seems to me that you were someone who always cared about people. And though you might have had a hard time or a hard life, where it just felt like things were not fair, or you weren't even recognized for what you brought to the table, this could be reflective in your life now. And that's why they're showing you this, because they want you to know that in this lifetime, it's going to be different. You're about to get your rewards, okay? So, reward number 1, integration. Forgive yourself and others. Reunion. Let go of defenses and open the door. So it does feel like things from your past lifetime, people that you may even have karmic issues with from past lifetimes, or even in this one. There are some gifts that you're integrating into your vibration at this time that are helping you to forgive, that are helping you to let go of certain boundaries that are old and no longer necessary. So, yeah, you're going to be able to integrate some of your lessons into wisdom that will help you to have reunions that are necessary. It's going to open a door for you to reunite with the not just physical people, but your ancestors and the divine. Wow. Okay. Shine your light. Wise action, space for grace, Kuan Yin. So, another blessing you're getting is that you're going to get recognized. You're going to really stand out at this time, whether you shine your light or not. You have dragon energy coming through, and you're just being blessed with courage and a vibration that cannot be denied, like a lot of rainbow energy. So that's just a vibe that you've been through the worst is behind you, and what else can get in your way? Nothing can get in your way. And lastly, expression. Authentic expression, words are powerful, truth. So you are being also blessed with the ability to express yourself clearly in any way you choose. That could be in writing, in speaking, but you are going to be blessed with authentic expression. I feel like for this POW, it is creative based. So however you express yourself creatively, I feel like you're getting a boost, and your truth is going to be what really moves this blessing to its full fulfillment. Because as you let your truth live through your artistic and creative expression, so you are standing in your authentic energy, so you are shining your light, and so you are opening the door to integrate with the divine. Wow, that just came to me. All right, so advice from this guide that you need heading into October. The compass. You need to listen to your intuition, okay? That's first and foremost. You are being guided at this time, and there's a serious need for you to trust the directions you're being led in, okay? We have education. So this was reversed. I do feel like there's some more things that you need to learn at this time. So if you have an opportunity to go back to school, please take advantage of it. If you have the opportunity to take a workshop, certification course, there's a need for you to educate yourself a little bit more about something that you want to do. I do feel many of you here also draw or write, and that maybe there are some courses or something else you need to know about before you can really put yourself out there. Maybe you need to learn more about business or advertising, whatever. Okay, you got protecting treasure. This also was reversed. You have to see your worth, okay? You have to know your worth. Moving into October, you have got to realize that you are worthy. That maybe in your past lifetimes you were not respected, you were dishonored, your beliefs were not respected. No one wanted to learn about them. Perhaps even education for you could mean teaching in this lifetime, being prepared to teach. So, they just want you to be open to go in the direction you feel guided, and to really trust and to know that you are worthy. Okay, know that you're covered as well. You're protected, and that sometimes the moves you make or don't make gives off an energy that you don't feel protected, you don't feel safe, and you are really valued by the spiritual world. Okay, what you're meant to do on this planet is very important, very important. You got 5533. Like, it's very important, okay? They're sending little angelic signs, all right? We got 7 here. So you got a lot of synchronicities, another 5, you know? 7, 4 plus 3. So it's like you have a lot of angelic energy around you. What other advice? Sacred pool. And with sacred pool, I do feel like they're advising you to really see yourself for who you are. It's like, and also clear away anything that kind of blocks your vision. That kind of makes it hard for you to see who you truly are. Sacred pool could mean you're either dimming your light or a little unsure. You need to be in a space of confidence, and then you will have the success that you seek. So I do feel you're being advised at this time, also going into October, to be in a space of confidence, okay? And then everything is going to flow. Like, everything's going to flow. This was a beautiful reading, my pal ones. I really, really hope it resonated for you. If not, you can always stay for another one, and perhaps that'll be the pal that's for you. Please remember to give me a thumbs up if any of this resonated or you just love my reading style. Subscribe to this channel so that you can always have intuitive therapy sessions with Amina. And read the description so you can find out other ways that we could work together and vibe. And you can really be a part of this light tribe. My goal and mission is to get like a team of 1 million light workers subscribe to this channel so that we can start to really make some huge shifts on this planet. And on that note, light worker, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with Pal 2. Later. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. So you were drawn to this galaxy pendant. It does make me feel like you have a special connection to star ancestry, and that may be a very important part of the lifetime that you are getting signals or messages or energy from at this time. You're also drawn to transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So I do want you to know that this time you are getting some deep, deep, deep healing. It almost feels like ancestral, past lifetime, karmic clearing, my twos. You are still very connected to other galaxies, I hear. So if you space out, don't think you're weird. If you are really drawn to movies about aliens or space travel, don't think you're weird. You are just really still in sync with the lifetime that you spent in other galaxies. And in this lifetime, in those lifetimes, you went through many transformations. And there's a need for you to tap into that energy in this lifetime because you're going to go through quite a few transformations, okay? So, or you're going through a huge one at this time. That's really why you're tapping into that energy, is because the shift that's happening now for you is big. So it would be good for you to remember how you made it through a similar shift in another lifetime. Okay. So let's see how many and or whom from your past is close by right now. So you have anywhere from, I feel like, 6 that are very close to you right now. 15 to 87 that are at your call from various lifetimes. That's deep. A lot of your guides that are closest to you are star ancestors. You have holographic healing and Pleiades, the future. So there's something about healing you're meant to change, or you are changing. The way you are healing at this time is happening on a level that like you can't even fathom. Holographic healing. It's almost like they have a hologram of your body in another galaxy, and your ancestors are just there, like just working on your DNA, working on your cellular level, and it's like charging you up here. It's a real deep healing that's happening at this time. So if you've been feeling kind of like emotional, very emotional, or emotionally detached, it's because of this process that's happening right now. It's like things being put into you while at the same time purged out of you so that you can be ready for whatever it is you're meant to do. And it feels very important. It gives me a very regal energy like you're meant to lead or rule over something or govern over something. Who else is rocking with you right now? We got Paul the Venetian. Remember to Google your other guides. And Portia, Six Ray, and Justice. A lot of P's. I don't know what that's significant for. Maybe somebody's name here starts with a P. All right, so let's see. What part or which past lifetime is relevant right now? Okay, looks like another very religious background coming through. A lot of spiritual work you light workers have to do in this lifetime. Okay. I don't remember if this is Aborigine or Inca. I can't remember, but I'll take a look at the book. Take a look. It's in the book. The Reading Rainbow. I was going to say the Reading Reader. Stupid. Okay. And then you have this altar. This is I believe, Ashanti. Like for the king, though. So, wow. A lot of gold energy. I do feel you may have been royalty or regal in the lifetime that is relevant right now. You seem like you were the head of something, the boss. So I'm going to check this out. Because I'm not really sure. Is that Catholic? I can't tell. Am I looking in the right book? I'm a mess. Hold on. I'm going to come back. Okay, so this is the Russian Byzantine Cathedral. Interesting of a symbol for you to have selected. The Cathedral of the Assumption is a part of the Kremlin in Moscow. Okay. The illustrations of the Byzantine king and queen are taken from the Western influences. All right, so I figured this was royalty here. It's the drawing of the king and queen on the cathedral. All right. It just still keeps leading me back to royal energy, okay? Which is probably why you have this futuristic form of healing already going on Pallades. All right, I was totally off about that. That is Chinese, not what I said at all. So this is the funerary statue of a Chinese bear fashioned from bronze. And traditionally among the Chinese, the bear is considered a symbol of good fortune. Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to make sure I was recording. I was like, I know I started recording again. So you may have Han Dynasty of ancient China, maybe 206 BC through AD 220. As the time period that they're speaking of here for you. You are a very skilled person. You might be very self-critical, but most other people consider you discreet and reserved. So you probably keep to yourself a lot. You're not out there, out and about like that. You give off an energy of a coolness and a calmness. But because of that calm, cool nature, you might in this lifetime have been overlooked for things because of your mastery of self-control. That could cause you to shy away from intimacy because you're attempting to understand yourself. You're inward a lot. And you might feel distracted by other people and their issues and problems and confusion. These are just different traits that you may find you have in this lifetime, and it's not for you to feel like there's something wrong with you. These things are stemming from past lifetime energies and experiences. You're really good by yourself. You might have been an only child, or you're just someone who likes the company of you. And there's a need to learn patience. There's like some idea that you have. This is why this lifetime's coming through. There's an idea that you had from a long time ago. It didn't come into fruition quick enough for you, and you kind of toss it to the side. They want you to to remember it. Yeah, you have to learn to be patient and not expect good things to happen so quickly. Like things are going to emerge. That idea is going to emerge with more clarity now. So, but your time amongst the Chinese made you very wise. So you have a lot of wisdom, which is why people probably look up to you, I feel like, or listen to you. Maybe you're a parent figure or an actual parent. So here we are. And then this is the Asante Nation that lives in the central region of Ghana. This is the sacred stool, which is crafted by them and is a symbol of ancestor worship and was believed to have been dropped from the heavens by Nyankopon, the supreme god of the Asante. People were not permitted to sit on this stool. Okay, only chiefs could sometimes give the impression of resting on it at religious ceremonies, but attendants would really be holding them up with their fingers a few inches above the highly polished seat. So even the highest of the high in the community could not sit on this sacred stool. So I do feel there is some spiritual stuff here coming through with this ancestral connection and this religious connection, and it just makes me feel like you were some kind of royalty or some kind of advisor to royalty in another lifetime, and that's the one that they want you to tap into now. Okay, this was a mighty tribe, the Asante, so they want you to really tap into their energy. All right, you're very dignified and you're going to radiate a regal appearance. The book literally says that. And you have an aura of confidence and assurance that you carry with you. You might not even be that tall, but you still give off that energy. And yeah, you may have an issue with people who lie and who cheat, but I do see you also finding sound healing and drumming very soothing for you. Your most positive trait's going to be courage, that you're not easily intimidated, and you're very, very clever. All right. However, beware that your sympathy, your ability to sympathize, does not get in the way of your ability to rule or govern or lead something. Okay. So, who were you in society at that time in your life? Oh, shoot, you got 3. It's supposed to have been 2. So we have courtesan. So there's a chance that you may have been a sex worker at one point. So if you find yourself really sexually active, maybe when you were younger, turned on by pornos, very freely able to express yourself sexually, or maybe very timid expressing yourself, it stems from that past lifetime. I do feel in this lifetime, you're meant to get a balance. Find a balance between your divine and masculine feminine when it comes to expressing yourself intimately. That may be a challenge for you. You have justice or injustice. So you have possibly served time or felt like you were like not receiving, you didn't receive fairness in this previous lifetime that is relevant right now. You just don't feel like you were treated fairly, and possibly it could have been because of your line of work. And you have Central Asia, Tibet, so they're literally letting you know, which is a connection to China. That is going to be the lifetime right now that is most significant. So if you feel drawn to Asia, Tibet, meditating at this time, even meditative dancing. I'm hearing they said no, theater, theatrics, drama. Those things may appeal to you at this time and may be a way for you to express some of which are meant to express in this lifetime, which has a lot to do with helping others heal in some way. All right, so let's see. What do you need to know about this lifetime right now? 10 of chalices, 10 of emotions. So you need to know that even though it might not look great, you were emotionally fulfilled. You might have done what you had to do to make money, but you did stay connected spiritually. You were always religious, regardless. 6 of chalices, which is the 6 of cups. So, your past, it's like you might have been having memories surface of things that you're like, I don't remember that in my past. And it's because these things are coming back to remind you of your past lifetime. Okay? So what do you need to know about that past lifetime now is that your dreams, I feel like, and your memories are a part of you. And in some way, shape, or form are meant to help you in this lifetime to heal. I don't know. Something with your childhood. Also, I feel like maybe you had more experiences in your youth that were injustice, that you felt were injustice in this lifetime. Maybe you live in a place where you feel like things are not fair. Maybe there's racism or discrimination of some kind. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. So you need to know that in this last lifetime that's relevant at this time, these lifetimes that are coming through as relevant, you were not one that held on to material items. You understood the difference between material prosperity and true abundance. And it's like you need to remember that now. Maybe you're in an energy or a mindset where if you don't see the dollars, you feel like you're not prosperous. And they want you to remember a time where perhaps you were a monk and you didn't care for these things. And they want you to tap back into that energy and that mindset. Okay. It'll actually be it'll actually be the mindset that would attract prosperity. Little do you know. Okay. So what good deeds from that lifetime are you reaping the blessings for now? What was so great about you in these lifetimes that you're getting blessings now? You have the 6 of Roses reversed, the War of the Roses. So I do feel there may have been times where people didn't agree with you or what you believed or your way, and you could have gone to war. I do feel as if you avoided fighting. You avoided war. Even if you were in a royal position where you were a leader, I feel like you did not engage in war. You felt like wars were pointless. I'm also seeing reflection reverse. All right, I'm not sure when I was cut off, but I will repeat. Reflection card gives me the energy that you were someone who would go off to learn and understand more things about life, to get away from chaos and fighting and war, and you never once tried to impose your beliefs upon others. And I think that is something that you're being rewarded for at this time, as well as you have the Queen of Forces, which also reminds me of the justice symbol. However, it was reversed. I do get the vibe that you were some kind of king or queen in one of these important lifetimes. It's probably the one from the Han Dynasty. I do feel like you may have had High Priestess energy or some kind of gift that was seen back in those times as taboo. And what I do get is that in spite of that, in spite of knowing you had the ability to do certain things, you suppressed this energy. You suppressed it. And now you're being blessed in this lifetime with the freedom to unleash, to show your power, to show that you are co-created with the divine, and to show that you are truly a ruler. Okay. So let's see what these 3 blessings are going to be. Elven ones coming through. Divine creation codes. Starborn. Oh, well, there's your confirmation with the stars. Architects. Starborn architects, devas, and sacred geometry. These are going to be things that are going to really boost you. So I do feel like at this time with divine creation codes and you're getting things changing at a cellular level and deep healing, is that you have earth and star energy, earth star and soul star chakra energy coming through at this time. That's beneath your feet and above your head, just really healing you. You may find that you have a few epiphanies. You may find that you're drawn to certain symbols, and when you see them, it's just your guides letting you know you're on the right path. Okay. You also have heaven on earth. That's a great blessing. All are invited. 5th dimension, new earth, spirit in matter. So they're blessing you with the opportunity to experience earth in the way that it was meant to be. You're going to be blessed with the chance to live in the ultimate earth. 5th dimension earth is peace. Is everybody's minds are open. We're all connected to the divine. We're connected to the planet. Chakras are in sync and in alignment. And we are able to tap into our guides as well. You're getting blessed with that ability now. And earth and air, you are very connected to earth and I literally said earth and the stars. So it does give me the feeling of below and above. Stabilization, physical integration, and mental clearing. So yeah, you're really going to find yourself feeling like you walked out of a fog when you walk into October. Everything is going to feel very clear. You're going to feel very stable. You're almost going to really feel like all your wishes are coming through, or if they haven't yet, you see the way forward. What a beautiful, beautiful blessing. All right, so advice from these guides that you need heading into October. You have magical map shifter. So I do feel there's a need for you to stay flexible, that when it's time, if you feel called to change up things, to reinvent yourself, to do it. Don't procrastinate. Don't worry about what anybody else is going to think. All right, that's one of your gifts, is your ability. If you notice, she's in a similar position. It's your ability to co-create. All right, your ability to transform and to shift when you need to shift your energy. And you still got the moon here. So I do feel this pile is probably very connected to the lunar cycle. Pay attention to it. All right, you got a moon there too. Follow the leader reversed. Okay, so there is a need for you to step into a leadership position, my dears. With follow the leader reverse, it's like you're not stepping into the position, or you're procrastinating. So maybe something from one of these lifetimes, one of these past lifetimes where you were in a leadership position, it kind of wounded you, might have put fear in you. And maybe you don't even know where it stems from, but you're finding out today. Perhaps you have followed other leaders and they led you to hell, to wars, and to fighting. And so you avoid that type of energy or even that position. They want you to step into it. People are waiting for you to lead. And if you need to shift some things about you and change some things around and people don't know who you are after, oh well. And you have solitude, which explains the reflection. You might find that you have a lot of work to do alone. So if at this time you're single, or you really, really feel the need for privacy, it's because these past lifetimes are forcing you to be alone for a minute, to integrate the lessons and the healing processes that are coming in. And deep freeze. Yeah, you probably feel like you're not moving. So your advice right now is to surrender, okay? You're in a deep freeze. You may really feel like you're not moving forward. You don't know where to lead anyone. You feel like you're in a fog. You can't see the way forward. And it's all because it's time for you to shift. Your advice going forward is to work on yourself, to figure out what direction you want to go in moving into October. And it's all up to you. You are a master co-creator. You can manifest just by thinking about what it is you want to do. So they're saying you're in a freeze right now. You're going to be alone right now. You're not moving forward because you need to decide exactly if you're going to transform fully into the role you are meant to play in this lifetime. And you're meant to rule or lead or create something that you govern in some way. Or just become a monk or a Buddhist and meditate all day and teach meditation classes. That's the other thing that just came to me. Yeah, but that's what I have for you, my pal twos. I hope this resonated with you in some way. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Even if it didn't, give me a thumbs up just for my time. Leave me a comment if this did not resonate. If it did, let me know. Join the tribe by subscribing. Read the description to learn of more ways that we can vibe and work together. I hope you'll consider coming on the trip to Guinea. There is a way you can travel for free. If you want to know more about that, email me. And on that note, peace, blessings, and all the amazing things that come from being a part of this tribe. I'll be back with Pile 3 later. Hey, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Now, you could even be identified as a man and have felt drawn to this pile just off of the word warrior and the Buddha head here. Now, this is very interesting. This pile, I do feel like maybe you have spent time in the military, and that's a past lifetime coming through in this lifetime. I do feel like maybe, or you might have been someone who had a very tumultuous upbringing to the point where you have to defend yourself. You might find people feel you're very defensive now, or you have very high standards and boundaries. But to have Warrior Woman and this sword here, and then to have the obsidian Buddha as your symbol, this is a symbol of peace and meditation, stillness and mindfulness. But the obsidian is all about protection, protecting your energy, keeping negative energy away. So I do feel that maybe you are not answering your deepest calling because of a fear. Maybe you are afraid of the energy that it will bring in, the attention that'll come your way. Maybe you've had bad experiences in past lifetimes where all eyes were on you, where you had to defend yourself often. But this guide is coming through, these guys are coming through at this time because they want to push you to go towards your higher purpose. So let's see. Wow. So you have from 6 to 105 guides that stay close to you. I would say 6 main ones or 15 main ones, but yeah, you have over 100. We got Orion, Light, and Light of Awareness. I've never gotten this card, but you have a connection to star ancestors from Orion. At least those are the ones that are working close by with you at this time. And it looks like to spark a passion, you must be meant to be a light of some kind in this lifetime. And now is the time. But I do see a hole in the person. So I'm going to read this one. All right. So you also have Kuan Yin, Goddess of Mercy. And Isis. Why did I write it downwards? And you have the goddess Isis coming through. So lots of feminine energy here for the warrior woman. All right, I'm going to take a look at Orion Light. Is that page 105? Oh, I have those folded for personal reasons. And here I go unfolding them. All right, so where's 105? Okay, here we go. So, Orion Light of Awareness. Our true state of being is as a unified abiding awareness. This awareness contains no judgment, labeling, commentary, or opinion. When we do deep meditation, we can access this state, first for brief moments and then for longer periods of time. The consciousness of the Orion light represents this abiding awareness within us that transcends polarity. You may visualize this as a candle flame during your meditation. There's a tip for you. Work with this exercise to reconnect with your true state of being. As each person does this, the old wounds from Orion are healed and humanity can awaken. Wow. So you are very important for the future of humanity, because by you awakening and you doing self-work, you in turn are helping to heal an aspect of humanity. It's a time of complete healing and integration of not only the polarity within the Orion system that has affected us all, but the polarity that played out within the holographic matrix of creation itself. That's interesting. So these cards, the Orion light cards, and there's four of them. It says they represent the return to the source and our natural state of being as one unified, abiding consciousness. Once awakened, the illusion of polarity can no longer exist. Eventually, all of us on earth will have to accept that awakening or salvation comes not from anyone or anything outside of us, but through our own efforts to awaken ourselves. So if you have this card in your reading, it's a powerful symbol that the Orion light, the light of the awareness of creation, is strongly working with you for your own awakening. You may or may not feel it. If you need assistance to tap into it, imagine a golden liquid light lake. A golden liquid light lake during your meditation, and know that all aspects of creation, even the unpleasant ones, are made from this liquid light. Let that liquid light help you feel the unity that is your true nature, and know that this liquid light resides in you too. Use the candle flame as mentioned too, so you can access this awareness as often as you can. So you are really an important part of awakening the world. Wow. And perhaps that it was your job in past lifetimes and your calling, but perhaps you had to protect yourself because many people did not honor your calling. All right. So let's see what part or which past lifetime is relevant to you now. I don't know this lifetime. Is this Atlantean? Guess we will find out. Here's one. Two. This gives me Hawaiian or Tahitian. I'm not sure. I'm going to check the book. A lot with water-based energies, though. And more water. Okay. So let me take a look in the book and see exactly what past lifetimes these are for you. You know, I really get annoyed that they use these Roman numerals. Anyway, so this is early Christian catacomb painting. This is from the Christian religion. So it does show a connection to early Christians, all right? This is an astrological symbolism, actually, all right? Because early Christians saw no conflict between their faith and astrology. Many early Christian paintings incorporate astrological symbols and glyphs in their compositions. So I do feel that maybe at an early age you felt a calling towards astrology, while at the same time you might have been raised in Christian faith. So maybe you grew up feeling like the things that you were being called to that were considered the metaphysics at now, or the occult, were no good because of the church and the Christian belief system that you might have been a part of. You might have a connection to Rome, I'm feeling as well. So you might find you're very connected to Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ becomes very important in your life in this lifetime. Maybe the teachings or his way, or maybe you are meant to teach people your truth about Jesus Christ. Um, but yet it does feel like you have a past lifetime dealing with Christianity, and I think in this lifetime you may have been chosen to teach the true Christianity, which is universal love. And you carry within you this light of self-sacrifice, which is the flame of true spiritual knowledge. You do realize it's better to give than to receive. And since you were a child, it just feels like you might have voiced and followed that principle to an extent, if even only intuitively. You're very strong, but you're very loving and helpful to others. And it's easier for you to be kind than it is for you to be cold and insensitive. A lot of times people see that in you and they may use that to their advantage. So that's something they're warning you about in this lifetime. Because even when people have done you dirty, you seem to have a vibe where you will forgive and you will continue to deal with them, and even carry a heavy weight of sorrow in your soul when you do eventually let people go, if you do. So you are very guarded in this lifetime. At this time, maybe you need to be, because you are distracted from answering your deepest calling. All right. So they are telling you to watch that sensitivity, and don't let it be something that is going to bring you to your detriment, where people use that aspect of you, your heart, to take advantage of you. And I was correct. This is Hawaiian Pele goddess. So goddess of, I believe Pele is associated with the volcanoes. Yes. So it has a lot to do with the power of destruction and creation. So you may be connected to Polynesian energy, or even drawn to go to Hawaii at this time, or even the clothing. Maybe some of the celebrations you're really, really attracted to, in the ceremonies. But what influence this lifetime is bringing in is that you're very friendly and generous, and people underestimate you because of this. They underestimate your range of emotions because you're able to tolerate a lot. So you attract a lot of people that others are unable to deal with. And they might even ask you, like, why you deal with that person? Nobody likes them. But you always want to give equal opportunities to people. And in your past, this has caused you to get, hurt. So now you may be a little bit more guarded. Even in this lifetime, you may have had a similar scenario happen to you. You may tend to like to wear your hair long or curled. You have beautiful eyes. People may tell you that often. You might have issues with weight gain because of water retention. But surround yourself with gemstones and seashells and exotic flowers and crafted jewelry. You'll love that. You may find that you always want to travel or some adventure, mentally and physically. And you'll learn more about yourself when you do go on these trips and travel and meet other people. In this lifetime, you might find that you're learning to release a need for friendships, because perhaps you're going to struggle with those type of relationships due to a mistrust that stems from previous lifetimes. Okay, and then this last one here is a Zen Buddhist design. Isn't that crazy? To get a Buddhist design and for the Buddha pal. Wow. All right, so the symbol you chose is a Zen Buddhist design. The floating circle is in perfect harmony with the calm rock-like shapes that typify many Zen Buddhist concepts. So what does this mean for you? You may be drawn to the Buddhist belief system. So though you may have been raised in Christianity, or the Christian way, you may have chosen a path of the Buddhist. You may have also chosen a path of that has many gods and goddesses as well. I do see you as someone who is answering the call of whatever spirituality calls to you, and that is the way you'll have to go, my pal threes. Because if you're going to be the light of awareness, you have to be aware of everyone's beliefs, and you can't just be stuck in your own. You might find that you don't really like large crowds. That could be something that guards you and keeps you from answering your deepest calling, because maybe you're an introvert. I do get a high interest in astrology, philosophy, psychology, because you like to understand what makes others tick. And you want to understand yourself. You know, you'll sit and you'll question things just to get your mind active. But yeah, you're going to be someone who is always seeking the truth, looking for answers, looking for new challenges. Yeah, that's just what we got. So let's see what else we got for you. Who were you in society at these times in your life? Okay. You got 3 cards too. Okay, it's supposed to have been 2 for each pile. The last group had 3 as well. All right, so let's see. We have fear. So you were very afraid in these lifetimes that are coming through. It feels like this Christian one. Very, very afraid. Either afraid of who you were or those that were in this belief system or covenant. Creativity / destructiveness. So it does look like you are an artist. You did something creative, or you were someone who was destroying and destructive and breaking things down. So I feel like you spent a lifetime where you did create things, beautiful things, maybe even. And then you had a lifetime where you helped to destroy certain things that went against whatever you believed in. Maybe you were the one who caused fear, because she's looking in the mirror and sees someone scary. So maybe you caused other people fear as well, than just being the one that was afraid in past lifetimes. These that are coming through. And you have China, Japan, another connection to Asia. So I do see you either having a strong connection to Asia and its belief system, especially with Buddhists here, but also maybe being someone who ended up migrating there at some point. I do see you taking a trip there, though, in this lifetime, or dealing heavily with the culture. Okay. Wow. Interesting, pile 3. So what do you need to know about this lifetime? Was it always 4? I thought it was 3 for these. It was 3. Okay, well, you got 4. What do you need to know about that lifetime, these previous lifetimes right now? Well, okay. We have the stars. So you do need to know that your faith was very important in these lifetimes. Your beliefs, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes were very important. And you need to know that now, that perhaps you are giving up on certain dreams and hopes and desires, and they're saying your faith is what got you through in the past. Stay with your eye on the prize. You also have the Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You do have you had lifetimes where your words were very important. Either you were a scribe or a speaker of some kind, advisor of some kind. I just get the vibe that in this lifetime you need to know that what you have to say and your truth is very important, because it has something to do with bringing the light of awareness in. Okay. I'm also hearing you are the hope. That poem, you are the hope and the dream of the slave. It's kind of what I'm hearing. Still I Rise, I believe, by Maya Angelou. But yeah, it's like they're wishing and hoping for you, because the mission you have is very important. You have to be brave. You have the Two of Chalices, which is the Two of Cups. So what you need to know about this past lifetime now is that you thrived where you found your match, and that there is a match for you. I see maybe your soulmate or divine mate coming through in this lifetime. I'm getting an energy that they've been with you through these lifetimes, and that now in this lifetime you guys will come together. Also, for some of you, I feel like the ultimate line of work is going to come into play soon for you, and this is what they want you to realize: is either the relationship or the relationship with a career or a purpose. These things are coming in now. I do really feel like it could really be work with these two things falling on creativity, but I do also feel it could be soulmate and divine mate with these two here. So it could possibly be both. And you have the Three of Chalices, which is the Three of Cups. So it does show some kind of celebration of friends. So I do feel you need to know that maybe in these other lifetimes you couldn't trust people, but in this lifetime, those that you cannot trust are going to be exposed quickly, because as you are the light of awareness, you also have that light within. So where there are people around you that don't belong around you, you're going to find them like cleaned out. And I do see you reaching a point in your life where things are just really good and calm and peaceful, and you are able to celebrate this time in your life with close friends. Alrighty. So, what good deeds from these lifetimes are you reaping now? Are you reaping the blessings from in the next few days? That's what I'm supposed to be saying. So I didn't even let people know those blessings are coming. These blessings are coming in the next few days. But yeah, y'all know. So you have Archangel Raphael coming in. Raphael, I feel like helps a lot when it comes to healing matters of the heart. And I do feel like you're getting, you're someone who maybe in past lifetimes had their heart broken or tested quite often. And I do feel like in this lifetime, you're getting some assistance with dealing with matters of the heart, because you've had such a struggle with that. Rarely being able to end up with your one in each lifetime, which is why I guess they're blessing you with that in this lifetime. But also when connecting with the ones, and that could be the one that you love or the one that job or career, you were often made to be afraid or fearful, or it was destroyed, whatever you created. That's what I'm hearing. The light of the world. Wow. But still, you continue to be a light in this world in spite of the things that happen to you. You continue to still try to shine a light. I even feel like you went into places, dark places, to pray with people, to give people hope. I feel like Archangel Raphael's been with you for a very long time. I even felt Archangel Michael with the sword here in front of you. Wow, the Oracle of Delphi. So you also, and this feels like the same person. So you also spent a lifetime as an oracle, someone who could see, someone who could read. However, I feel like you were hidden. It was not something that was allowed to be out there. It was something that maybe whoever you were with could have been a ruler of some kind. Like, it gives me high priestess energy, that you were kept hidden, but you helped many people with the predictions that you gave. So you may find that in this lifetime, you're very intuitive, or you're very drawn to those who can read. And you're here. And that also shows there's a gift to do the same thing within you. You just probably need the proper mentor, someone to guide you and show you how to do it, how to really harness it. But you are meant to be a light in this world. There is some truths that you are meant to share and really help bring people away from an energy of fear and destructiveness. Wow. Okay, so what are the blessings that are coming in? these 3 blessings. So you have indigo child, inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, and community. So remember I said that heart chakra with Archangel Raphael? So you are getting a heart healing blessing. But I really feel what's happening for you at this time is, as an indigo child, you are very sensitive, okay, to certain things. And only certain people can be in your vibe. Let me sip my tea. So I do feel at this time, the things that you're doing are calling in your community. Why? Because you inspire people, because your heart is good and you're passionate about what you're doing or what it is you want to do. So one of your blessings is that your heart is going to get some healing, and you're going to be able to connect and call in your community, your soul tribe, people that will support you in what you're doing and be loyal. And I do feel what you say has a lot to do with it, that you're trusted, and that what you see, your advice, you're very connected. Wow. Okay. You have forgiveness. See bigger picture, trust, and heal. So you are getting a huge boost with healing. Very much so, where you're going to find that a lot of losses that you may have suffered when it comes to matters of the heart, you will no longer suffer from. You'll no longer feel sorrow about. You'll actually be able to forgive and forgive yourself, because you'll see the bigger picture and understand and trust the process. Okay. I do see going out into nature being a huge healer. You need to get to a beach or by a body of water at some time. If you can, once a year. Your energy really is drawn to, like, we see the waterfalls here, symbol for water there, water here. Water is very healing for you. Okay? So being around water will make you feel calm. And you have Heart of Ascension. All 3 of your cards are about hearts. Healing of the heart. Expansion, love for all, playfulness, and release the past. Exactly what I was telling you. You're being blessed with a whole new cycle. Your heart is being healed. The past is being released. You are expanding your reach of your love and your light. And you're going to find that you have more time for playfulness and fun is what I'm hearing coming in. Yeah, more time to have a good time and do things that are just fun for you. Oh, so some advice for this from these guides for you moving into October. You have the Bone Collector. Making a choice. Field of Dreams. And Intention. And I feel like this needs to go here. These 2 did initially come up reversed. I do feel like their advice moving into October has a lot to do with following your heart. That maybe you have a lot of options and a lot of potential. Oh, excuse me again. But maybe you're not harnessing this potential because you don't realize it just yet. There's a lot of abundance that is yours, my pal 3. It just feels like you have yet to reap what you've sown because you don't dream big. You have to dream big. You have to take action and go after your dreams. And then you will experience some extraordinary experiences. Now, let me see these reversals. I don't know intention reverse. Okay, well, duh. Are you clear on your intentions? So moving into October, you need to be clear. Maybe you're in a foggy state and you're in denial about it. You're not sure which way to go when it comes to your ambitions, but they're telling you to step back, gain perspective and clarity about your direction. What are your motives? And be sure that they're sincere for why you want to do something. Okay? Are you pursuing some goal blindly without asking the cost of it? Good intentions are being misinterpreted at this time. So it's time for you to self-evaluate and self-nurture. You'll benefit greater if you take time out to regroup. So there's something that maybe you've been doing And maybe it's getting the wrong view. Maybe people don't understand what your motives are. Why are you doing this? Why are you going after this? You need to become clear, because then others will be clear. You have to get clear on why it is you are going after a certain goal, or why you are going after a certain ambition. And with the bone collector here, who is also reversed, it talks about repeating something when you haven't learned the lesson from the original situation. So, yeah, you're trying to heal an old wound or two. And you'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim the things you believe you've lost, though. So, you really have to look back at the past and see where what you did got you what you got. Okay? And you're being protected on the way. So once you can realize what you did that landed you where you are, or the situations that you ended up in, then you'll be able to clearly move forward. So you really, I feel like they're letting you know that the mistakes you made in the past were that you did not set a clear intention. You lost yourself in some of your quest because you started to lose your motive, your why. So now your advice is to make a clear choice, to get out of the fog and be clear about what it is that you are doing. What is your purpose? What is the guiding force behind what you want to do and create? And when you have that why, like write it down. When you have it, it's going to be yours. Once you are clear, what I'm hearing is once you are clear on your objective, once you are clear and have answered your deepest calling, then your field of dreams will come in. And that's what you needed to know. You need to know that in this lifetime, you're safe to follow and be creative and follow your dreams. Okay? Because you're meant to awaken the world. By healing your heart, you will heal the world's heart. Like, it's deep. Deep, my pal threes. So that's what I got for you. If this resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment saying how much you love my readings. I'm stupid. All right. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1 million light workers. That would be so amazing to me. Like, I would feel like over the moon, open. But anyway, yeah, share these videos, invite more light workers, tell them about this channel, and read the description so you can find out more ways that we can vibe by doing personal readings. You could come on my retreat, join one of my transformational workshops, whatever calls to you. And on that note, peace, my pal threes, sending you many blessings and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with Pal 4 later. Hey, Pal 4, welcome to your reading. So you were drawn to mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So I do feel you're going to learn today that the things triggering you in this lifetime may stem more from the past lifetimes than this current one, which could be why you find yourself reflecting a lot, trying to understand just why you feel a certain way about certain things. Maybe you have a fear of fire, you don't know where it came from, or water, or loud sounds, or men or women, or just relationships in general. These are all things that are stemming from your past lifetimes. So they do want you to know that there are some triggers you're dealing with at this time, and you need to be aware where they come from so that you can better handle the challenges they may present. I also feel you have an animal spirit guide that's coming through at this time. With you being drawn to the elephant, I chose the elephant to represent animal spirit guides. And the elephant with its trunk up represents luck. So I do feel you are a very lucky individual. Maybe you've been through things that required luck, or you just always seem to luck out. You always seem to be lucky. And attract animals as well. You also have I forgot how to pronounce this name. Kizakato. I don't know if I'm saying it right now, but he's the 6th ray master. Take a good look, write it down so you can Google. Okay. Please forgive me for the mispronunciation. And you have Lady Nada of the Sixth Ray. So you have two Sixth Ray masters coming through. So that to me tells me you either are a Sixth Ray master, and maybe you also have a deep connection to ascended masters like PAL 3. Or you just have these guides with you because maybe you were connected to them in a past lifetime. So it does look like you have about 11 ascended masters that rock with you, and about maybe 57 in total of these guides from past lifetimes that are with you. So you have Leap of Faith and Orion, the present, coming through as an important past lifetime. This is a star seed lifetime when you were on Orion. But there's something about that lifetime that you need to know for the present, okay? I do feel like in that past lifetime, you were someone who really, really trusted in spirit. And I do feel that maybe what is required of you at present is to trust and to move forward knowing you're being guided. It's like releasing the idea of good and bad, black and white, and just taking a leap of faith into the unknown, into a realm where labels like that don't exist. You're simply going to have to learn how to be with things as they are without the addiction of labeling them. Okay, because as you do that, your consciousness transforms and you heal once and for all. The old wounds from your Orion heritage can heal. And you seem to come from a time when the Orion people, I don't know to call them people, when the Orions were healing a millennia of polarity, okay, which is similar to what's happening on Earth today. Okay. So you might find that what you bring to the table is very deep and unknown and might raise brows and cause fear. However, you were meant for this, okay? You were meant for whatever it is you have to do. And what you're meant to do in this lifetime is going to require you to trust and just do it. Okay, let's take a deeper look in. What part or which past lifetime is this relevant, to? Not familiar with this symbol at all. It gives me Celtic energy. Oh, it looks like Egyptian energy. And rainbow spectrum. All right, you might find also, and this isn't for everybody, some of you may be LGBTQ community drawn here for PAL 4. Okay, so what part or which past lifetime is relevant now? Let's take a look in the book. I was about to sing again and I stopped myself, so y'all can say thank you. Unless you like hearing my sing. So I say the Celtic mirror, I believe. Yes, it is. The Celtic mirror. I always say Celtic. The Celtic mirror. Somebody told me that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. All right. This symbol that you have chosen is taken from the back of a 1st century BC Celtic mirror, etched and patinated with bronze. All right. When you get closer to the mirror, you can see the face of an animal seems to emerge from the spiraling. That's interesting for an animal, and I connected this to animal spirit guides coming through as well. They're not sure if it was intentional though or not, but hey, it works with what your message is today. So you may be from Europe or the British Isles, You may feel called there. You may feel called to Ireland or connected to Ireland. But yeah, that's that there. So, you have tremendous insight. You're somebody who can really understand the minds of others. And that's not even as far as reading, but like really being able to see people for who they really are and reflect back to them in a way that they can understand. You really understand human nature. Okay, so it gives you a lot of psychic gifts. You may find that you are very intuitive, and people feel like you are. Like they might say it to you a lot, like, "Are you psychic?" Um, but your ability is more of an intuitive understanding of people more so than psychic. You really understand what motivates others, just from you having analyzed your own motivations for many years. And you've had many endings and beginnings in your life. When you choose to cut someone out your life, it's with finality. Like that is it. You do not welcome them back. You may sympathize with them, but not completely accept them, ever again. You're no snob, you're no fool. Negative people just have no place in your world. And that's just it. You're gonna find yourself really feeling great when you're in nature, when you're resting beside a stream. This power made, you might want to go back and listen to power 3 too. It feels like the same kind of vibe. Yeah, you might experiment with poetry and writing and storytelling. It does feel like that's going to be an important thing for this group, is writing and storytelling and really getting in touch with nature and maybe promoting natural ways of healing or living, natural lifestyles. You may find yourself having an unusual interest in death because it's a puzzling transformation that happens to everyone. So you may find yourself really trying to understand death and birth. Maybe you'll get into the funeral business, or you get into the business of being a doula, and helping people through childbirth or postpartum. Or you're going to be the opposite and be someone who's afraid of death and really afraid of bringing life into the world. But you're going to be intrigued by the idea of the spirit world. You're really, really, I feel like, going to be a great writer. You are really good with telling a story and very good at listening to a good one. You probably read a lot, and the reading helps you to expand your view of the world. So these are traits you had in that lifetime that now are going to be rising to the surface because it's necessary for you to get back into that energy at this time. So the next to that we have, I'm sure that's Egyptian, but I just want to confirm, Egyptian Buto goddess symbol. So it does show you may have had a spiritual background in Celtic beliefs, but also in ancient Egypt at one point. This is from a mural design in a burial chamber. So I don't know if you had like a royalty connection or, I'm not really sure where my camera cut off. I hope you did hear everything about the Celtic mirror. But this is the Egyptian Buto goddess. And it does feel like either you were royalty in Egypt or you were connected to royalty. And it does really give me the energy that you're going to be very interested in the physical body. We have Isis and Osiris also coming through. But you may be very interested in life and passing on. Religious rituals are going to appeal to you. But these are just things you're meant to really delve into in this lifetime at present. Okay? Don't fall into a uniform way of thinking that's negative and defeating. You really have to stay in a creative and adaptable mindset. You might fear change a lot. So that might be a challenge for you in this lifetime, because it does feel like in the past lifetimes, you did go through some real serious changes that might have caused you to see things in a very morbid sort of way. But you're being asked to lighten up and let go of that mindset. And then the last symbol is the contemporary Western symbol. So it does show a more current time, United States, Europe, Canada, and it deals, yeah, like past lifetimes that were close to this one. So that's it. It really means that a lifetime that you had a little bit, probably right before you were reincarnated, is one that is affecting you now. Um, and this energy here may cause you to be intrigued, I'm sorry, about opposites, different ideas, different approaches to things. um you might see life as just being a challenge, but you're always somebody that's eager, like, to climb the mountain, to get over any challenge. People may see you as stubborn, but it's really that you are someone who is very ambitious. um just don't get stuck on certain ideas, okay, where you can't accept anyone that wants to challenge your thoughts or your mindset. Yes, you are a survivor. In these past lifetimes, you've survived a lot, okay, which makes it difficult for you to be fearless when it comes to taking leaps of faith, because there are little things that trigger you from these lifetimes. However, you're very strong, and in this lifetime, you're meant to learn from that one, not to rely on an outward show of strength while you deny your inner resources. You have abundant creativity and many clever and unique ideas, but your energy lacks a focus. Although you pride yourself in being direct, you may tend to shun deeper levels of intimacy because you fear rejection. So these little things are triggers when you feel like you're in a situation where you could be rejected. Where you have to depend on someone outside of yourself for something, where you feel like you lost or you failed. Stay in your energy of drive and being original, all right? And you'll come out as the stronger, more dynamic person in all situations that you have to deal with. Okay, that was a lot. Who were you in these societies at this time? I would love to know. Who were you? Another three-carder. Okay. Prehistoric. So, wow, you go way back. Okay. So we got prehistoric times coming through. Town. Oh, shoot, this is 4 cards. They just split. And suicide. I hope if anyone is sensitive to this topic, I'm covering the word, but it does show that this may be a trigger for you now because in a past lifetime, you lived in a town, a small town, it looks like, and you ended up taking your own life. It does give me the feeling that this occurred possibly in the Egyptian lifetime. With this prehistoric and Celtic, I'm really trying to understand the connection. You know, it's crazy. It's the same number, 15 and 15. That's creepy. Y'all creeping me out now. Y'all creeping me out. But yeah, there's some kind of connection to prehistoric times and this Celtic time in your life. I'm almost being told to let you put the pieces together and see how it resonates, but it does feel like way back, maybe ancient times before there was an Ireland or whatever. Or you're gonna find yourself you were always very interested in that, in the what's the word? Looking for the evolution of humankind. And you have Dark Ages. So look at the eras that you have been a part of. You have the Dark Ages, which is probably a time that is closest to this present time, that's coming through. So you might find yourself drawn to shows and movies and themes that revolve around that time period or these time periods. Whew. Okay, past lifetime readings take a lot of energy. All right, so what do you need to know about these lifetimes now? You have the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups. Strength. And the Ten of Swords. Wow. So what you need to know about these lifetimes now is that you had to be very strong. You were someone who I feel like you really, really came from the heart. When you spoke from the heart, you spoke with love. I don't feel like you had any trouble expressing yourself. However, I do think that some of your ways were seen as taboo, which brings me in like LGBTQ community, something that had to be kept on the low. Some of your ideas about love or fantasizing might had to been stifled, which might have caused these triggers and caused you to take your life and things like that, because you just didn't understand why you were being persecuted for these things. And then you have the strength card. So you did have to be very strong to survive. But you may have not felt that strength. And then with the Ten of Swords, just a fear of being betrayed, of feeling like you had a lot, especially during these dark ages, a lot of hardships to go through. So you may be triggered by feelings of poverty, feelings of betrayal, feelings of rejection. Okay. You are being pushed to notice these triggers now because they may arise in your life, and what you're meant to do on this planet, you cannot be stopping, taking leaps of faith and trusting in the divine due to a trigger from another lifetime. So we're going to deal with these today. So who were you? I'm sorry, we just asked that. What do you need to know about these lifetimes? I just told you that. Why am I reading the same questions again? I guess they said y'all need to really focus on that for a second. So what good deeds from these lifetimes are you reaping the blessings from in the next few days? And you have the Ark of the Covenant. I knew this card was going to come out. The entire time I knew I was going to see this card in that deck. Wow. You have Two of Scrolls reverse, Two Worlds. I think it's like Two of Pentacles almost. And the King of Roses, which is like the King of Cups. So what you need to know from these past lifetimes is that you did spend, you are getting blessed because you did spend a lot of time promoting spirituality, and not in a violent way, but being a part of a covenant that wanted to teach people to connect to God, to the divine directly. And I do see that in this lifetime, you may find yourself in that same vibration where you're going to feel drawn to directly accessing the divine rather than going through a preacher or a priest or something like that. With the Two Worlds here, it gives me a feeling of juggling where you just never felt like you were able to have love and prosperity at the same time. It does feel like you put your head into your business, but you always was missing this other person. And this King of Roses here gives me the energy of someone who was in the military and constantly had to go away, but was always thinking of their love. So what you were blessed of being blessed because of is that you still stayed the course in spite of these hardships, in spite of being separated from someone that deeply loved you or that you deeply loved. You continue to stay in an energy of faith and trust. And that's why you're being asked to tap into that vibe again. You always stayed in a vibe or a balance of knowing what I want will come in, who I want will come to me. And you need to be in that energy again. So let's see what these three blessings are that are coming in the next few days. You have manifest. So shoot, whatever you want to manifest, baby, that's what's coming in. You're a master at co-creating. That's why you're going to you want to go direct to the divine. Co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, and joyful visions are what are going to be manifesting for you in the next few days. The things that you want to manifest, the things you vision. So watch your thoughts. Okay. Ships of light. Wow. Beam up your vibration, open to your star family. So they're really going to be reaching out to you. You're going to be getting some kind of special blessing, upgrade from your star family. And it feels like, they're not even showing me, they're saying your deepest wish It's almost like they're showing me fairy dust, like Tinkerbell being like, sprinkle, 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 and whatever it is that you really want is coming in. But you just have to connect. When you meditate, you can try astral travel. I wouldn't suggest you just do that without really knowing what you're doing. But you can always connect to your star ancestors by just looking up at the sky, looking at the stars at night, looking at a picture of the galaxies and meditating on it. Another gift you're getting is emergence. You are about to be seen and recognized, whereas maybe in the past you were like hidden, or you were the background, or you did a lot of suffering. Not in this lifetime. Celebrate sensuality, joy, right to enjoy, and truly living. You, in the next few days, are going to emerge standing in your authentic truth and your authentic light. You're going to surprise a lot of people by this huge transformation that's going to come in, but it's something that your guides are saying you deserve. I also see you being blessed with more attractiveness, and finding a lot of time to just live, like just enjoy life. Those are the blessings coming in for you. So what is the advice for you moving into October? You have Golden Palace. It did come through reverse. I'm going to take a look at why. Metamorphosis reverse. So you're being advised already, I could tell, to don't stop this transformation. Maybe you're afraid. Rock bottom reverse. They're showing you that you might feel like you're at the bottom right now, but when you hit rock bottom, the only way from the bottom is up. So yeah, advice is to stay positive is what I'm hearing. I do feel like you're going to move. Maybe one of your blessings is going to be a new home, someplace that you really feel safe, someplace that's luxurious too. And I do feel like there's a big change that's trying to take place in your life that maybe is scaring you at this time, but you're being advised moving into October to allow the change to happen, that you're going to be going from rock bottom to the top. And you have ride the wave, go with the flow. Okay, things are going in a certain direction. Opportunities that are coming your way, stop being afraid of them. Realize that it's you as a co-creator with the divine. You're being guided towards the things that are going to make you happy. I hear like playful, make you feel youthful. Could be things you always dreamed of since you were young, but you're going from the bottom to the top. Started from the bottom, now we're here. You'll be singing that in the next couple of days. Your dark ages are over. Your time of sorrow is over. You are being beckoned to take a leap of faith and to trust, like you did in the past lifetimes, to trust that you're being guided by a higher power. And that's what I got for my Power Fours. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here and help us build up our army of 1 million light workers, which is the goal. And read the description so you can also find other ways we can vibe, such as personal readings, coming on my retreat in 2024. That would be the best way. And also you can join a workshop, get certified, and all that good stuff, And I jumped the gun. How we get to that already? I forgot to tell you peace, blessings, and now may you have all that good stuff that comes from being an amazing light worker in this light tribe. Hey light workers, don't miss the next episode of Sit With Me every other Friday at 12 p.m. EST. And have you booked your personal intuitive therapy session with me yet? You need to. Also, don't forget, we're still taking deposits until the end of this month for those of you that want to travel to beautiful Guinea, West Africa with us on the Bonessa retreat to Guinea from January 7th to January 20th, 2024. Wangai, let's go. Wofabe, everybody come with me and my fiance, your host, Sekou Suma. And don't forget, we have Steam Weekly every Saturday at 4 p.m. Sign up and stay an active member of this light tribe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like. Bye.